This is Jed the Sloth, the MILF Hunter. How your mama now? And you tuned in to White Dirt TV. And this is White Dirt Reviews. But first, a little message from my partner, our sponsor, Kenny DeLeon, from Kenny DeLeon's In Above and Around Ground Pools, star of the new TV show, Down the Road a Ways. Come on, Kenny, tell him what's up. Yeah, come on now. Oh, hey, this is Kenny DeLeon from Kenny DeLeon's In Above and Around Ground Pools. And if you ain't heard by now, I got me a little show coming out on White Dirt TV. You go on your little YouTube machine and you go on there and you type in White Dirt. My partner, Jed the Sloth, the MILF Hunter, he gonna be on there. You gonna see him. He got his big old shades on now. He told me, hey, I want you to have your little TV show on my channel, my little YouTube. You go in there and see my promo for my brand new TV show, Down the Road a Ways, only on White Dirt TV. That's www.youtube-whitedirt. And anywhere you go on the internet, you go look on Instagram, yeah, and you go over there on Twitter and Facebook, hashtag White Dirt TV. Come on. We're working on the pilot episode right now. We're going to pitch that little thing in Netflix. Go on there to White Dirt YouTube, to White Dirt TV, and go see Down the Road a Ways, the promo. Come on. That's what's up, Kenny. Always glad to have you. This is White Dirt Reviews, and tonight we're going to get a little spooky, like I'm Scott Hall in the 90s or some shit. Tonight, our selection comes from an old White Dirt friend named Jake Clapp. This selection comes from Spooktacular Film Fest 2020. And today, we're going to be reviewing Extraordinary. Today's selection is an Irish horror comedy starring Maeve Higgins and Forte. Maeve plays a character called Rose. She's a lonely driving instructor who can speak to the dead. Rose's father was popular in Ireland for being able to speak to the dead. He had his own TV show. But Rose doesn't like to use her powers anymore because she was accidentally responsible for her father's death. Rose is contacted by Martin, played by Barry Ward, whose wife Bonnie still haunts him. She smashes plates against the wall and even uses her powers to punch him in the eye, giving him a black eye. But Martin's daughter, Sarah, shames him into going to see Rose. So he goes and acts like he needs to have a driving lesson, but he can parallel park perfectly fine. He knows exactly how to drive. So Martin comes clean. He knew that Rose didn't use her powers anymore, but he's in desperate need of help. Rose asks him to leave. She says she can't use her powers anymore, but whenever she shook Martin's hand, something electrifying happened. Rose claims she felt something with Martin, so she takes advice from her hairdresser's sister that she should go stalk him. She eventually decides to help Martin because she has a thing for him. She goes over to Martin's house and Sarah is now floating above her bed. Meanwhile, we meet Christian Winter, played by Forte, who's a one-hit wonder, attempting to revive his music career through virgin sacrifice. He even uses this big dildo staff to point him in the right direction. The majority of the movie is just Rose and Martin contacting old clients that she ducked so they can get ectoplasm from the ghost of their dead. Eventually they attempt a seance where Martin's wife Bonnie takes over Martin's body and she accuses Rose, "You just want to take my man." Martin's played by Barry Ward, who does a hilarious job of playing Bonnie and Martin at the same time. He's slapping himself and his cigarette's hanging out of his mouth and he's doing everything he can to have this inner struggle. It's great. A very slow car chase ensues between Rose and Martin, Rose's sister and her husband, and Christian Winter and his wife in the other car. Both cars are chasing Sarah, Martin's daughter, who's just slowly floating down the street to Christian Winter's castle. Christian's wife is just a nagging, annoying gold digger who throughout the entire movie she just continues to quote, "Why don't we just kill the bitch?" Christian eventually just gets fed up with her and slits her throat. I mean, is a horror film, by the way. The movie concludes at Christian Winters' castle, to where the floor opens up, and this dark lord demonic beast comes out the hole and informs Christians that he has broken the contract. Turns out Martin's daughter Sarah ain't no virgin. So the Dark Lord insists that Rose is indeed a virgin, and she'll do. The Dark Lord pulls Rose towards the hole, and Martin desperately tries to hang on to her and save her. And there's only one thing that can be done to save Rose, and that's fuck her right there on the floor. Christian really needs all this to work out so he can sell millions of records and he can be a huge pop star in Ireland again and get huge tax breaks. Christian attempts to stab Martin, but then Sarah picks up the big dildo staff and pushes his ass down to the depths of hell. All is right in the world once again. Rose's father's soul takes over Martin momentarily, and Rose gets to speak to her father again, and he assures her that it was not Rose's fault that he died. And she has gone on to help so many people in the world, and she should be proud of herself and not feel guilty. Rose and Martin end up going into business together, and then the very last scene is Martin proposing to her, to which Rose says, "No!" And that's the end. Moral of the story is, don't be a fucking simp. Focus on yourself, King, because she doesn't actually care about you. She was just bored. Thanks for watching White Dirt Reviews. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell to become part of the notification squad.
I don't need an old lady or no wife up in my way. But if you consider yourself a queen, then I got something to say. This whole mixtape is a pimpin'.